So the nice thing about this amp, I'm going to move to the lead channel here. Now, your master volume's right here, and then for your lead channel, you have a pre and a post volume. That's a very good feature. And the reason being is if you want to just have a little bit of distortion on your lead channel but still get a lot of volume out of it, you can crank the post and put the pre at about 4. And you can hear there's a little tiny bit of saturation. And as I crank the pre-volume, the distortion's going to get more intense. So you're starting to get those types of blues qualities at this point. So that was just a difference of changing the pre-volume from 4 to 6. I'm going to try 5 just to kind of check it out. So a little bit more saturation than 4, a little bit less than 6. That's to be expected. Now, if we wanted like a more heavy distortion, what we're going to do is crank the pre and turn the post down a little bit. And you can hear right off the bat there's a lot more distortion. So again, that's a very different type of sound than what we were going for before. You can actually get a lot of different tonal variations with this amp. But the nice thing about having a post gain on your lead channel is you can specifically match your volume of your lead channel with the volume of your clean channel. And that's a really nice feature because it really is annoying if you don't have that post level, because you might click to your lead channel and it'll be quieter than your clean channel. That's not something you want. Usually when you're going to your lead channel, you're going to play a solo and you need to be a little bit louder. So with this knob, you can actually control that master mix between your normal and your lead. Other than that, we have our reverb. Kind of give it a little dimension. You have your standard three parametric EQ, your bass, middle, and treble. That's pretty straight ahead. And your presence. So that's pretty much the whole layout. You also have a bright input if you want to get some brighter sounding guitar sounds. So all in all, I think this is a really good blues amp, rock and roll amp. This amp will get really loud. 52 watts will go a very long way. I also want to talk about the speakers briefly. As I mentioned, we have 4 10-inch Blue Marvel speakers. I am a big fan of 10-inch speakers. 4 of them is probably too many for my taste. But generally speaking, I like the sound of 10-inch speakers. I like to mic 10-inch speakers. And live, they sound really crisp, and you never get any muddy low end, which is great. So I don't know if you're a fan or not. If you're not, you may want to steer away from this amp. But generally, like I mentioned, this is a performance amp, loud as hell. It's not your studio amp because it's a little bit loud. It's got a fan built into it. But generally speaking, if you need to be loud on a blues gig, this is one of your options. And for the price, it's not too bad. But all in all, I would rate this amp probably about a 7 or an 8 for what I do. But everybody's doing different things, so this amp may be perfect for you. I'm going to leave you with one of my favorite blues sounds here that I discovered. Let me turn the reverb down a little bit. There we go. There you go. This is your Peavey Classic 50. Thanks for tuning in.